understand that all these are manifestations, expressions and display of your God. Everybody in calm and quiet moments will agree that God is the only author and creator of the world. Not only the creator, He is also the preserver of the world. If the world is going to be dissolved, He is also the dissolver of the world. We will all agree. Once you agree this, why don't you perceive God in every object that the eye sees? I see. Every object, all objects. As light lights up all objects, the spiritual light should make all the objects equally an expression of God. Yet sarvatra tadikshanam. You are already seeing everything in this world or all the things in the world. Along with your visual sight, you also take the insight mentally and intellectually that all are equally the expressions of the Lord. As you see an idol, it's after all a stone idol or a marble idol or a wooden idol or a clay idol. After all, the substance or the material is something like matter. At the same time, when you look at it, you don't get the idea of a clay or a granite or a marble block. You think that it is God. So our mind is capable of attaching this vision to anything whatsoever. So consider all as expressions of God, manifestations of God. So the entire world consisting of all the objects are godly and godly alone. Alone. Now this kind of a vision, he says, is ekanta bhakti. It doesn't consist of any puja. It does not consist of even a kind of a literal memory, chanting a mantra or a stotra. It is simply an attitudinal orientation of your mind. You tell the mind that the whole world is God. Just like an idol is God, an image is God, a picture is God. The entire world is a picture which depicts God and God alone. This kind of a wholesome attitude, if you can imbibe, develop, strengthen, pursue and make it prevail and dominate in you, I think you become an exclusive devotee. Tell me now, what is the difficulty in practicing this? I am not asking you not to be in the world. I am not asking you to get away from the family. No. Be a professional. Be a husband. Be a wife. Be a parent. Do whatever you have. Just like the earth and the world are God's, everything else is also godly. So have the feeling of godliness about whatever you do, wherever you are, including yourself. This wholesome, total, complete godliness as a feeling, as an attitude, as an experience, as an outlook, as a vision, as an insight. This is what constitutes the supreme level of devotion. Tell me now whether it is difficult or easy. I would like to say it is very easy. If you can have a devotional attitude for half an hour of the day, can you not extend that half hour to 1 hour, 1.5, 2 hours, 3 hours? And logically be sure there will come a time, not in the distant future, in the near future, when out of the 24 hours of the day, minus your deep sleep hours, everywhere you will find godly element associated with whatever you do. Absolutely possible. Try it. Now, the exposition of Hari before King Nimi, I would like to compare it to what Krishna has said. Where in Bhagavad Gita. And what is the scene? It is something entirely different. Krishna was sufficiently middle-aged, Arjuna also, and both of them had already reached the Kurukshetra battlefield to fight the unprecedented Mahabharata war. That is the scene. Even there, Krishna's exposition was clarifying devotion and giving Arjuna the suggestion as to how he has to progress as a devotee, even in the battlefield while discharging arrows. See, he proceeds and points out the 3 stages. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachadi tadaham bhaktyupahridam ashnami prayatatmana. This is from the 9th chapter, the 26th verse of Bhagavad Gita. He says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Yo me bhaktya prayachadi. The usual practice, every one of us is used to it. We do the ordinary puja, keeping an idol or a picture. How will you do the puja? Collect some materials, and flower is an important item in that. You will have in a special ceremonial vessel some water and a specialized spoon also. It is called uddharani, to lift water. Then with all these things you chant the name of the Lord, mantras, namavilis, etc. and offer puja. There is a ceremoniality about it. First of all, you sit before the idol, purify yourself by drinking 3 times water in a ceremonial manner, and sprinkle it on your head, sprinkle in the place also, and clean it up all with mantras and tantras. Now here he says, in this, what is the material used? Sometimes you may not have even flower. So he says you can take a leaf, if not a flower. If it's not a flowery season, I don't want you to go to the market and buy special flowers for doing puja. Even if leaves are available, you can use it. Patram or pushpa, flower, phalam. If you can use something like a fruit as an offer, as a nivedya for the Lord, that's also okay. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. If none of these materials is available, a spoonful of water you can offer, he says. Yo me bhaktya prayachadi. The material part of your offer or the items used for the purpose, they are not going to be taken or used by God. We know it very well. Many things are offered to the Lord. In North India they say chappanna bhog. That is the greatest offer to God. None of them to whom we offer, he partakes. After that it is distributed to the family members, devotees, etc. This is what happens everywhere. So what is it that God takes? What does he want? So he says, Yo me bhaktya prayachadi. Whoever offers either a leaf or a flower or a fruit or simple water, but besmeared by devotion. Yo me bhaktya prayachadi. In making the offer, you must have a full and a feelingful heart. You must have a full and a wholesome attitude. The devotion, the devotional feeling should be uncontaminated, unadulterated, unmixed. The whole world belongs to God. I am also God's. But normally I am looking my own secular needs and activities here. So I would like to intercept my day's routine or begin my day's routine with a little association in my mind, visually and otherwise, with God. So I am doing it. So it is that attitude that matters. In that attitude, bhaktya prayachadi. The materials are only assistance for you, media for you, helpful to you. So when you take a material, look at the idol and place it there, automatically a feeling of devotion arises in your mind. So in order to generate devotion and bask your mind in the devotional luster, that is the purpose of all these exercises. So whatever material you give, provided you give it to me, bhaktya prayachadi, it should be soaked in devotion, or devotion should be besmeared over it. Then tadaham, that I certainly take. Bhaktyupahridam, it becomes a devotional offering then. Otherwise it is a material offering. Either an object or an article is given to God. If that giving is meant to evoke, generate and also invoke the spirit and the feeling of devotion in your mind, then it is different. So all the pujas, all the forms of worship are only to touch and involve our mind. We have to touch our mind, involve it, and be able to generate devotional fervor in it. There is an object which we are worshipping that is separate from us, maybe 1 foot or 2 feet separate from us. So many articles are there, they are also separate from us. We make use of them with the fingertips, that's all. In the whole process, are you trying to bring about transformation in the object of devotion? or you want to bring about divinization, devotionalization in your own personality, be very clear. Every act proceeds from the actor, and it is first and last supposed to improve the actor, refine him and reform him. This is what we are required to do. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachadi. Every time, my dear viewers, think very clearly. Whatever you do in the name of the devotion, does it touch your heart? Do you become devotional when making the offer? After offering, do you have a devotional satisfaction? Is the mind becoming warmer, spiritually warmer, devotionally warmer? Does it melt? Is it becoming soft, snigdha? These are the questions to be asked. Tadaham, that material, bhaktya upahridam. You should make it a bhakti upahara, a devotional offer. Bhakti upahridam, ashnami prayatatmanaha. When that kind of an offer comes, I eat it, he says. That devotion is what? I like, I enjoy, and rejoice and partake. The material I leave there. You can use it for whatever purpose you want. Tadaham bhakti upahridam ashnami prayatatmanaha. One more word Sri Krishna has put there. Prayatatmanaha. Your personality, particularly the mind and the intelligence, will have to be sufficiently regulated, refined and disciplined. I am not happy with an indisciplined or undisciplined devotee. I want a devotee with reformation, refinement, sublimation. He must be an ornament to the society. And devotion should always enrich him and empower him. This is what I want. This is Krishna's statement. Bhagavad Gita itself is giving a lot of importance to control of the senses. Indriya nigraha, indriya niyamaha. These are words repeatedly used. Yatatma, yatatma. We are not like animals. Animals only have habitual regulation and refinement, control. In our case, we can do anything that we want. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachadi tadaham bhakti upahridam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Now, this is the first stage. Sri Krishna describes. This is a stage where material things and material assistances are sought in order to express and practice our devotion. He refers to a second stage. This is a shloka appearing in the 18th chapter. Number is 46. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachadi tadaham bhakti upahridam ashnami prayatatmanaha. Now, this is the first stage. Sri Krishna describes. This is a stage where material things and material assistances are sought in order to express and practice our devotion. He refers to a second stage. This is a shloka appearing in the 18th chapter. Number is 46. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmanatam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. In the first stage of puja, the devotee never thinks about what he is worshipping, whom he is worshipping, what is his nature, how much does he permeate, does he really have a form, or he is like space, air and water. No thought is there, no introspection is there, no inquiry is there, no effort is made to understand and evaluate matters. In the second stage it is not so. We are capable of thinking about what is God. After all, God is a word which we have coined. It is a concept. If it is a concept like any other item, we must be able to explain it. God is an idea which we wanted to express. What is that idea? It has originated in our mind and heart. Just like all other ideas, say leaf, tree, dog, jackal. So many other items are there. Stone, wood. All these are ideas and words. And with every word we denote something. God also is such a word which we have evolved. So that idea we must be able to explain. Now when you start thinking in this manner, God is omnipresent, omnipresent. He is also omnipotent and omniscient. These are three words which all religions would agree with regard to God. Omnipresent means present everywhere. So He is an all-fold presence. Omnipotent means He has all the skill and potential to do anything conceivable and inconceivable alike. Omniscient means capable of knowing anything and everything, anytime, from anywhere. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. So you think about it. What is this God? He is the source of everything, including the entire universe. The earth is born of Him, the sun is born of Him, air, water, etc. are born of Him, the whole universal display. So from where? Pravrittihi bhutanam. All the activities as well as origin of things. From where? From where? Yena sarvamidam tatam. Is He merely the source of everything? Say, we have clay. And the pot maker makes a number of articles of clay. Whenever the articles are made, they are shaped from the clay and they become separate from the clay. Clay stands at a place, articles are taken and carried. The pot maker is somewhere. So the pot maker has used clay to make the articles. He doesn't follow or he doesn't accompany them. The clay also remains separately. He's got something like that. The world has been made by Him. And He remains separate from the world. No, He is omnipresent. So Krishna says, Yena sarvamidam tadam. God is not merely the source of everything, the whole universe. He also pervades and permeates everything. Pervades and permeates everything. He interpenetrates the whole creation. So there is no point of time when there is anything, anytime, anywhere in the world which is not encompassed and penetrated by God. While He is the source of everything, He is also interpenetrating everything. Now such a God, how will you worship? You tell me. You are keeping an idol. I consider this to be God and I start offering my worship. I am very particular that the flowers I use should fall right at the feet of the Lord, idol. If it falls here, I will collect it and put it here. That means God is clearly personified here. What about here, here, here and here? There is no God. He is all-pervading. No, to the all-pervading Lord, can you throw a flower? You pluck the flower from the plant. He is already in the plant. He is already in the flower. He is already in your fingertips. He is already in your heart and mind. He is already in the air that is in between. He is on the floor. Such a God, how will you worship? Think about it. Think about it, my dear viewers. You are devotees, you are intellectuals, you have emotional fervor. I would like you to think about this proposition very clearly. Our scriptures have only one role: enlighten the people, inform them rightly, advise them properly, caution them when necessary, enlighten them at every step. Take them and lead them to greater and greater levels of purity, confidence, clarity, stability, poise and composure. This is the purpose of scriptures, nothing else. All these are qualities relating to your mind, your intelligence, your heart. Not to the neighbors, my dear souls. Understand it well. Yatah pravrittir bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tam abhyarchya. What is devotion after all? Your own act. Your own hands are collecting the flowers and they are throwing them or placing them at the feet of the idol. It is an act done by your hand. The material is collected by you. used by you. Next day it is removed by you. It is your own act that you call devotion. If half an hour's act can be called devotion, the same devotee acting throughout the rest of the day, can it also not be devotion? Yes, 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 yes. I want every one of you to say this. If half an hour you can act in a devotional manner, all your activities can be made equally devotional. When, how, that is why the two clauses are put here. Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam. I am not worshipping an idol. This piece of stone or marble is only idolizing, depicting and representing God. My worship is not to the stone, it is to God. And where is my God? He is the source of everything. Source of everything. Not merely the source of everything, He is permeating and pervading everything. So where is He? Outside me? Inside me? In every little article I have. Here is a scale, He is in this. Here is a pencil or a pen, He is there. Here is a clip, He is in this. Here is a box, He is in this. You take as many articles as you want. A man-made stone becomes an idol of God. The God-made world doesn't become an idol of God. After all, it's a piece of stone. It is taken from a rock. The rock is in the mountain. Mountain is in the earth. And the earth is in the universe. If God can be in a small idol, can He not be even more so in the earth and the world? My dear souls, don't be bankrupts. Don't be bankrupts. Don't be poor in your imagination. We can be poor economically, I don't mind. There are countries which are still poor. India is also not very rich. We are also poor. But this mental poverty, why should we have? Ignorance is the only cause of this inner poverty. Be not impoverished mentally and intellectually. Think well. Make your God present everywhere. Make Him live and move with you as you live and you move. Do not draw a line of separation so far as God and you are concerned. Take away the idea of separation. Bring the idea of oneness and identity. Extend Him from the idol, from the shrine, from the puja room. Fill your body with Him and surround your body with Him. This is what you have to do. Yataha pravrittihi bhutanam yena sarvamidam tadam. Sarvamidam means all this, the entire creation. Yena tadam, by whom is permeated and pervaded. Swakarmana tamabhyarchya. Early in the morning you wake up. You open your eyes. The first act is started. You get up from the bed. Second act. Go to the toilet or the bathroom. The third act. Wash your teeth. The fourth one. Right from then on, swakarmana. My dear souls, listen to me carefully. Look at my face. Understand what is even beyond words. What is that? Swakarmana. Your hand is activated. Your body is animated by God and godly presence alone. There cannot be an act which is not motivated or activated by God. So your very getting up is because of His presence in you. Swakarmana tamabhyarchya. With every act of yours, as you will be worshipping with flowers the idol. As you will be worshipping with flowers the idol, all the activities should be considered as worship. Whatever activity you perform, how do they become worship? If you ask me, Swamiji, how do they become worship? Because your body is animated by Him, activated by Him. The eyes will not open except by Him and with Him. The hand will not move without Him. When you understand that He alone is behind all your activities,